So welcome back to the channel. Let's enjoy this bullishness. I'm going to provide you a stream here on some of the key areas I'm looking at and my kind of thoughts on the market right now. We're going to hop straight on in. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot to me. We're about to hit 30,600, so hopefully get to 31k within the next month or so. BTC around 21k, looking pretty damn bullish. Some of the most shorted coins in crypto have provided the best upside here. People piling in on the shorts, it's easy to go ahead and liquidate them, take their capital by sending the price higher. You've seen this time and time again, and we've seen this with Aptos and Solana mainly here. Now, if you're looking to just get into the market, we're looking for pullbacks. BTC likely to pull back here, but we're going to provide some analysis here that shows that maybe some of the pullbacks are going to be a lot shorter and shallower than people expect. And this could be one of the times that this is the train just leaving the station, trying to leave everyone behind that is no longer in the market and trying to get you to FOMO in, which is not ideal. You don't want to be doing that. That is a surefire way to get wrecked. But some of the strongest narrative in crypto right now, LSDs, the liquid staking derivatives of ETH, if you can see pullbacks on some of those charts, I think there's a good certainty they continue to go higher into the Shanghai upgrade around March time. Moving on, if we just look at the BTC chart here, CPI data came in 6.5%, and since then we've been all green, baby. Just a bit of a stop off yesterday, Bitcoin holding around 20,800 to 21,000. And this kind of sideways price action that we can see right about now should spring altcoins higher. So as you can see from this, BTC has recovered the November 8th candle. So this was the dumpola from the FTX saga. So if you just look at November 8th across all the charts, you will see a big gap that could potentially be filled like BTC has done thus far. So there could be some catch-up plays to be had with that. And also when BTC consolidates after a nice move up, people take profits from Bitcoin and go into the altcoin markets typically. Hence, we're starting to see some big moves in the altcoins, but I think there could be further continuation this week. Also to note, today there is no S&P 500 trading. It is MLK, Martin Luther King Day. So Bitcoin with a cheeky 3-day weekend here, potentially providing some breathing room here for altcoins to move today primarily. No TradFi to rug us over this next 24 hours, which is rather nice to see. If we do get a steep pullback, however, this kind of region here, 19,300 bucks, this is the area that Eric Crown has marked off and said, look, below this, it is pretty damn freaking bearish. We need to hold the line here, but he expects any pullbacks to be a lot shallower than this and to not actually breach towards this area. But 19.3 is the line in the sand. And if we got to that kind of region, I will be cutting any longs that I'm in. So the market moves in funny ways. Markets will mentally condition you over months to react a certain way to some market phenomenon and be rewarded for it, i.e. shorts. People were rewarded heavily for shorting and shorting again. It paid off. It was a highly profitable strategy. Then they'll slowly start punishing you for repeating the same behavior, and that's what we've started to see, the shorts getting wrecked. But in this same way, this is quite a funny little chart here, dog getting some therapy, and then it hit me. I'm salivating over a goddamn bell. Well, this is showing you that eventually the tide will flip the other way. So we've had the first innings of a bullish continuation and some bullish price momentum. You often don't want to fight the momentum in the markets. We do look quite strong here, and this typically leads us to the phenomenon flipping over here, and so people are going to get very comfortable long in the market soon. Sideline cash will enter, potentially new participants will enter the market as well as they hear about this crypto uptrend, and then you can play the opposite end of this, take your profits and get the heck out the market, because there's likely going to be a big pullback at some point over the next few weeks or even months. We'll see how it plays out. But if you do want to participate in the market right now, you're not currently in, you're looking for a home of trading, maybe you want to do some perps, utilize a little bit of leverage in your trading strategy, check out gmx.io. I'll leave a link to this down below. It will help support the channel out. And also you are trading on a DEX. You can't get rugged of your funds by a centralized entity. And overall, we need to start using these DEX applications. I'm pretty much solely trading on DEXs at this moment in time. I know you have to pay a bit of gas costs, but we do need to be the change that we want to see in the market, and we want to move away from centralized entities. So link down below. Bitcoin dominance here around 42.9%. So a huge rip up, as you can see over the last few days, gone from around 41% and then a big 2 ticks here and showing signs of a consolidation period. So when we get consolidation, typically this could mean altcoins can play a bit of catch up and they get that breathing room. If you look against BTC pairs for many altcoins, they lost a load of ground with that rip up. Hence, the stronger plays in the market, the ones that are showing signs of strength, are probably the areas you want to be into. Now, lots been made about the 2019 bear market and the movement from Bitcoin of around 6K to pretty much a 2x, going to around $12,000, $13,000 here. And people are saying, look, this looks eerily similar to what is happening right about now. Bitcoin went up a 2x. There were then 7 weeks to reclaim the top of the range. And during this time, we had two 20% pullbacks. So over here on the left-hand side of a chart, we reclaimed this, the 6K region. So if you think about where we are right about now, we broke below 19,000, 20,000 bucks and spent around 2 months below there. You can see that as a bit of a deviation currently. The all-time highs in BTC from the previous cycle typically haven't been broken, but they were this time. So deviation below, then we reclaim and we start to move up, pull back around 20%, and again move up again, another 20% pullback, which occurred over a period of a couple of weeks. So we could be in the early midst of this happening right about now. And so if you just go to the altcoin analysis this guy posted as well, we're looking at this period here. The altcoins are the gold, the early move, the week 1 above, which was pretty much last week, and then week 2, which could well be this week here, is where the altcoin gains were really made. There was some pullback and continuation for altcoins, but after this move, BTC sucked the air out of the room, and as soon as Bitcoin showed any sign of weakness, toppiness, and a pullback, the altcoins absolutely nuked. There weren't buyers on the order book to soak up all the liquidity that had been generated. Think about it right now. You may have bought a bag of shitcoins recently, and if you zoom back 2-3 weeks, there probably wasn't any liquidity on those pairs, but now all of a sudden, alas, there is. What happens if that liquidity disappears? There's going to be a lot of people holding bags and no one to dump them to. So this is the bear market rally thesis, and you want to be getting in and getting out of your cryptocurrency plays pretty damn swiftly, I would say. This is not the time for anything more than quick short-term trades based on narratives, in my humble opinion. This is total 3 here. So as you can see, this is the chart of all the altcoins. It excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum here, and we've just moved up to around $350 billion. So the prior breakdown from the FTX debacle was here. So again, Bitcoin's already claimed this level, horizontal right across here. Bitcoin's reclaimed this. Can the altcoins follow? I think so. Some have already done so, but others are yet to make their move. That would still be another 11% or so move on the altcoin market cap to come. Around $40 billion in additional movement there, and that would be the 8th of November FTX reclaim period. So just on this first leg up, this first bit of momentum shift, this is the kind of region at which I am getting squeaky bum time, and I'll be looking to exit all positions, hold just cash, and wait to see if we get another leg higher. And I think this will coincide with Bitcoin showing us whether it wants to make another leg up from this 21K region or so over the next few days. So I think this week is actually quite crucial. The GMX dashboard here is showing us that there are a lot of longs in the market. As you can see from this, over the last 3 days, total longs 115, 116 odd, and then 116 odd again. That is $1 million, and the shorts from around 21 million to 24 million. So a bit of a ratio change here, around 4 or 5 to 1. And when you get this big disparity between the two, the market usually moves in the opposite direction. Now, area to focus on here for me is the meme coin market. The interns have been getting out their pens, putting ink to paper here, and posting bullishly about some meme coins. So Shib token is launching the SHIBARIUM L2. Whether you care about that or not is not really relevant, and whether you like memes or not is also not that relevant. But Shib is creating its own L2 environment. It's going to be in beta very, very soon, and so they're giving you the kind of appetizer before this is served. As you can see from this highlights within the article, there's going to be a burn mechanism for Shib. So any token transactions on the L2 will have a bit of a gas fee burning implication for the Shib token, making it more and more deflationary. There's also a few tokens within this, Leash and Bone. So numerous tokens within the SHIBARIUM L2 environment. Bone, as you can see, is absolutely ripped here, moved heavily towards the upside. So there's been a bit of bid in meme coin land, which is making me think that if we can continue to move higher, what happens is every time new retail enters the market, the memes just start moving. This is where people are attracted to. It's like catnip for newbies. Currently, Dogecoin over the last 7 days up 15%. That is lagging Bitcoin. Shib's up around 20%, similar to Bitcoin's read, but a lot of these aren't up all that much in comparison. So if retail does come back in, and we can see from the Google Trends here, over on the YouTube search, People are starting to really get interested in crypto once again. I expect views to probably go up over this week. And this may be a leading indicator for what is to happen in terms of the global consensus. If we just do web search here, this could be the early innings here, move to 27 to 30. Web search showing a slight uptick here. So maybe people will start to pour in. And there seems to be a lot of African interest in the market right now. If we just go back to the YouTube search volume again, this indicates to me that people are getting interested in crypto. They're looking for altcoins. They're looking for plays in the market, and people love to gamble. Now, a recent meme coin addition is this, Tsuka. Should I buy a bag? I posted this yesterday to see the kind of community engagement I would get off the back of this, because from the research I've been doing over the last couple of weeks into this project, listening to the AMA spaces, reading through the Telegram chat, just seeing the general vibe on Twitter, they are very, very much engaged. This is like a meme coin, community-based coin where it has no real product, it has no real end goal apart from everyone to have, a fair shot of owning this community token, and using the power of memes and the power of social constructs, we can move this higher and higher and higher. And why the heck not? All the meme coins do just move higher at ridiculous rates at certain times and capture the minds of new entrants into the market. So this is one to have on the radar. This is certainly one I want to have a bag of going into the next bull run. And from the engagement I got on this post and just general vibes I got from this community, they are highly, highly engaged. They had an AMA over the last couple of days that had 26,000 listen backs over on Twitter Spaces. I compared that to the likes of the Floki community and some others, and it's head and shoulders above in terms of overall engagement. And if you just look at some of the comments on here, people are pretty much going wild for Tsuka. So this is very, very interesting to me. You cannot fade memes. You've got to understand that we've been shown on numerous occasions now that meme coins absolutely melt face, and to not look to allocate to meme coins for a bull market is honestly a stupid idea, as this is simply where retail goes. Now, this one is currently working on a bit of a support resistance flip here. This previous area of resistance, as you can see back here, has been breached, and we are now flipping it as an area of support. Some targets in mind, levels around 7.5 cents, maybe 8.5 cents, and then there is a big movement up here, potentially around 10-cent region and even up to 12-15 cents. So if people do start to move back in the markets and the meme coins start to get traction once again, these FOMO plays could be highly profitable in my opinion. Just to finish off with a bit of bearishness, as I'm sure a lot of you are very bearish right now, Nancy Pelosi just dumped millions in stocks on the 12th of January, totaling over like $2.5 million, I believe it is. She seems to be one of the best traders of all time in terms of her P&L, so maybe we shouldn't fade this, and this is something to have on the back of your mind as well. Momentum is up currently, but do they know something that we don't know? We inverse Kramer. He said to sell at the bottom, but do we play along with Nancy Pelosi? And when she starts to sell, maybe that is a topish period. Drop me a comment down below. What do you think about Nancy Pelosi selling her stocks here? Hit me up in the comment section. Did you enjoy today's video or not? Thumbs up, subscribe, thumbs down. Press all the down buttons. We're looking pretty healthy here, and it's very good to get some dopamine back into the system. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.